There's a quiet revolution happening in the West, and most people don't even see it coming. This isn't the kind of revolution that makes headlines or fills the streets with noise. No, this is different. It's silent, steady, and deeply profound. It's the kind of change that starts in the heart, spreads to the mind, and transforms lives forever. What is it? It's the story of Islam. It's like quietly illuminating corners of the West, one soul at a time. Despite endless misconceptions and loud distractions, people are discovering the truth about this faith. They're drawn to its beauty, its simplicity, and its unmatched clarity. They're realizing that Islam is not what they've been told. It's so much more. But why is this happening now? Why are doctors, teachers, students, and even skeptics embracing this path with open hearts? Why is a message that's over 1400 years old resonating so powerfully today? In this video, you'll uncover the untold story behind Islam's growing influence. You'll hear how this faith empowers, transforms, and heals those who seek its truth. You'll learn why its message continues to break barriers and defy stereotypes. And most importantly, you'll see why this quiet revolution matters, not just to those who embrace it, but to everyone. Stay with us, because by the end of this journey, you'll understand why the light of Islam shines brighter than ever, even in the most unexpected places. For years, the portrayal of Islam in the media has been dominated by a singular, narrow narrative, one that often focuses on conflict, extremism, and division. This distorted image has cast a shadow over the true essence of the faith. But something remarkable is happening now. People in the West are beginning to question these portrayals. They're not content with secondhand stories anymore. They want to see and understand the truth for themselves. It starts with curiosity. Someone hears about Islam in a headline, but instead of taking it at face value, they dig deeper. They pick up a book, watch a documentary, or have an honest conversation with a Muslim neighbor or friend. In doing so, they begin to see a faith that's entirely different from the one they were shown. Instead of chaos, they find order. Instead of fear, they see peace. Instead of division, they discover unity. For these seekers, the truth isn't about noise. It's about clarity. They recognize that sensational headlines and sweeping generalizations don't tell the full story. They look past the stereotypes and uncover a religion rooted in harmony, discipline, and balance. These individuals are not just challenging the narratives they've been fed. They're actively reshaping how Islam is perceived in their circles. By seeking knowledge, they're becoming bridges between communities and voices for understanding. So what is it about Islam that pulls people in once they get past the surface? It's the simplicity and clarity of its teachings. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, Islam offers a sense of order and purpose. The core message is beautifully straightforward: submit to the will of God and live a life of integrity, humility, and gratitude. For many, this resonates deeply. It's a reminder that faith doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a guiding light through life's complexity. At its heart, Islam emphasizes peace. The very word Islam comes from salam, which means peace. This peace isn't just about avoiding conflict. It's about cultivating an inner calm that radiates outward. It's about building a life where actions, thoughts, and intentions align with a higher purpose. This focus on peace, both internally and externally, is something that draws people who are searching for stability in their lives. Another key aspect is self-discipline. Islam teaches that true freedom comes from self-control, whether it's through fasting, prayer, or daily acts of charity. The faith encourages its followers to rise above their base desires and focus on what truly matters. This resonates especially with those in the West who are tired of materialism and seeking deeper meaning. The act of fasting during Ramadan, for instance, isn't just about abstaining from food and drink. It's a spiritual reset, a way to reconnect with one's values and priorities. Beyond peace and discipline, Islam also offers a profound sense of purpose. It reminds people that their lives are part of a greater story, one that stretches beyond this world. This perspective is empowering. It shifts the focus from fleeting achievements to eternal values. People who embrace Islam often describe it as finding their why. They realize that their existence isn't random or insignificant, but purposeful and intentional. Then there are the universal values that Islam promotes. Values like compassion, justice, and honesty. These are not just abstract ideals, they're practical principles that guide everyday life. The Quran, for instance, repeatedly emphasizes kindness to neighbors, respect for parents, and fairness in dealings with others. These teachings resonate with anyone regardless of their background or culture. They're a reminder that at its core, Islam is about building a world where everyone can thrive. When people in the West discover these aspects of Islam, many feel an immediate connection. They realize that the faith isn't foreign or distant, it's deeply human. It speaks to the struggles, hopes, and aspirations that we all share. It offers a path that feels both ancient and timeless, rooted in tradition yet profoundly relevant to the modern world. This is the Islam that so many are discovering for the first time. It's a faith that cuts through the noise and speaks directly to the heart. And as more people uncover its beauty, the stereotypes begin to crumble, replaced by understanding and respect. The role of knowledge in transforming how Islam is perceived cannot be overstated. For many, their journey toward understanding begins with a simple decision to seek the truth for themselves. This decision often leads them to universities, libraries, and online courses, where they explore the teachings of Islam in depth. They dive into history, theology, and culture, uncovering a faith that is rich in wisdom and guidance. These efforts are reshaping perspectives, challenging misconceptions, and sparking genuine interest in the message of Islam. In universities, Islamic studies programs are thriving. Students from diverse backgrounds are enrolling in courses to learn about Islamic philosophy, art, and law. They study the contributions of Muslim scholars to science, mathematics, and literature, gaining a deeper appreciation for the faith's impact on the world. Libraries, too, are becoming places of discovery, where people access books on Islamic history and theology. For many, this process is eye-opening. They see that Islam is not a monolith, but a vibrant, multifaceted tradition that has shaped civilizations and continues to inspire millions. One of the most profound aspects of this exploration is the Quran itself. People who read the Quran often describe it as transformative. Its verses speak to universal truths about life, justice, and human purpose. The Quran emphasizes the importance of knowledge, urging believers to reflect, question, and learn. For those new to Islam, this encouragement to seek understanding resonates deeply. It's not just a religious text. It's a guide that invites readers to engage their minds and hearts fully. This pursuit of knowledge has led many in the West to embrace Islam. Their stories are as diverse as their backgrounds, but a common theme emerges: the search for peace and clarity. Converts often describe feeling lost or unfulfilled before discovering Islam. They talk about a sense of emptiness that material success couldn't fill. For some, the journey began with a chance encounter, a conversation with a Muslim friend, a book they stumbled upon, or a documentary they watched out of curiosity. These moments sparked a deeper investigation, one that eventually led them to the faith. Take the story of Sarah, a university professor who specialized in world religions. Her academic interest in Islam initially stemmed from her teaching responsibilities, but as she delved deeper, she found herself drawn to its teachings. The Quran's emphasis on justice and compassion resonated with her, as did the simplicity of its message. After years of study and reflection, Sarah embraced Islam, describing it as the most profound decision of her life. She found the peace she had been searching for, and her personal and professional worlds became enriched by her newfound faith. Then there's James, a former entrepreneur who spent years chasing material success. Despite achieving his goals, he felt a lingering dissatisfaction. A conversation with a Muslim colleague led him to explore Islam, and he soon found himself captivated by the discipline and spiritual focus it offered. James said that learning about prayer and fasting helped him reconnect with a sense of purpose he had lost. Accepting Islam, he explained, was like coming home to a truth he always knew but couldn't name. For many converts, the peace they describe after embracing Islam is not just emotional, but also intellectual. They often talk about how the faith provides clear answers to life's big questions about existence, morality, and the human journey. This clarity is a stark contrast to the confusion and uncertainty they may have felt before. Islam gives them a framework to navigate life, one rooted in principles that are both timeless and deeply relevant. Another common thread in these stories is the sense of community that Islam fosters. Converts often mention how welcoming and supportive Muslim communities are. They talk about the joy of being part of something larger than themselves, a global family united by faith. This sense of belonging is especially significant for those who felt isolated or disconnected before. It reinforces their decision to embrace Islam and helps them grow spiritually and personally. Through knowledge, many find their way to Islam, and through Islam, they find themselves transformed. The journey isn't always easy, but for those who embark on it, the rewards are profound. It's a testament to the power of understanding and the light that knowledge can bring to even the most skeptical minds. The ripple effects of these individual stories are undeniable, contributing to a broader shift in how Islam is viewed and appreciated in the West. Islam places a profound emphasis on justice, a value that lies at the heart of its teachings. The Quran repeatedly speaks about fairness, equality, and compassion as essential principles for creating a harmonious society. Justice in Islam extends beyond legal frameworks. It encompasses every aspect of life, from personal relationships to governance. It calls for balance in all things, urging people to avoid extremes and treat others with respect and dignity. This commitment to justice resonates deeply with those seeking a more balanced and equitable way of living. Fairness in Islam is not confined to any one group or community. It is universal. The Quran commands believers to stand firmly for justice, even if it goes against their own interests or those of their loved ones. This impartiality is a cornerstone of Islamic ethics. It challenges individuals to rise above bias and act with integrity. In a world often marred by inequality and favoritism, this unwavering commitment to justice is a source of inspiration. It appeals to people who yearn for a society built on mutual respect and accountability. Compassion is another vital aspect of Islam's approach to justice. It recognizes that fairness must be tempered with empathy and understanding. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, exemplified this in his dealings with others, showing kindness even to those who opposed him. He taught that justice is not merely about enforcing rules, but about ensuring that everyone is treated with humanity and care. This blend of fairness and compassion creates a balanced framework that many find deeply appealing. The rights and respect Islam grants women are often misunderstood, but they are central to the faith's vision of justice. From its earliest days, Islam championed the dignity and empowerment of women. The Quran introduced groundbreaking rights for women in a time when they were often marginalized. It granted them the right to inherit, own property, and seek education. It established their role as equal participants in faith and community, emphasizing that both men and women are accountable for their deeds and entitled to spiritual rewards. These teachings directly counter the stereotypes that portray Islam as oppressive to women. Many of these misconceptions arise from cultural practices that have no basis in Islamic law or principles. When people take the time to explore Islam's teachings, they often find a narrative of empowerment and respect. Women are celebrated as individuals with their own rights, responsibilities, and contributions to society. They are not merely defined by their relationships to others, but by their own merit and character. Real-life examples of successful Muslim women in the West further dispel these myths. Consider Ilhan Omar, a Somali-American politician who became one of the first Muslim women elected to the U.S. Congress. Her achievements reflect not only her personal resilience, but also the strength she draws from her faith. Similarly, athletes like Ibtihaj Muhammad, an Olympic medalist in fencing, have shattered stereotypes while proudly representing both their religion and their country. These women challenge the narrative of oppression and show the world what empowered Muslim women can achieve. Education has been a powerful tool for Muslim women in asserting their rights and breaking barriers. Across the West, Muslim women are excelling in academia, business, and social activism. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, and entrepreneurs who balance their professional aspirations with their faith. Their success stories inspire others and serve as a testament to the opportunities Islam provides for personal growth and achievement. Islam's emphasis on justice and equality ensures that women's contributions are valued and celebrated. It calls for a society where everyone, regardless of gender, is given the opportunity to thrive. This vision resonates with people who are tired of inequality and yearn for a more inclusive and balanced world. It offers a blueprint for harmony, one that respects individual rights while fostering collective well-being. These principles are not abstract ideals, they are lived realities for countless Muslims around the world. By standing for justice and empowering women, Islam provides a path toward a society that is fair, compassionate, and inclusive. It challenges misconceptions and invites people to see its teachings in action, offering a refreshing perspective that continues to inspire and attract those seeking truth and balance. Spiritual fulfillment is at the heart of Islam, offering a deep and meaningful connection to God. For many, this connection brings a sense of purpose and direction that transforms their lives. Islam's emphasis on monotheism, the belief in one God, provides clarity and focus. The idea that everything in life revolves around worshiping and seeking closeness to God resonates deeply, especially for those who feel lost or disconnected. This connection is not abstract, it's built into the daily lives of Muslims through acts of worship, reflection, and gratitude. One of the most profound ways Muslims connect with God is through prayer. The simplicity and structure of Islamic prayers make them accessible to everyone, regardless of where they are on their spiritual journey. 5 times a day, Muslims pause to pray, aligning their bodies and hearts in devotion. Each prayer is a moment of peace, a break from the chaos of daily life to focus solely on God. These moments of stillness and reflection help foster mindfulness, grounding individuals in their faith and providing clarity in their lives. Gratitude is another key aspect of Islam's spiritual teachings. Muslims are encouraged to be thankful for their blessings, no matter how small. This practice of gratitude creates a positive outlook, helping individuals focus on what they have rather than what they lack. It's not just about saying thank you, it's about recognizing the source of all blessings and living in a way that honors them. This mindset cultivates contentment and reduces the anxiety that often comes from material pursuits or worldly concerns. Islam also emphasizes mindfulness, encouraging believers to live in the present moment while maintaining awareness of God's presence. This mindfulness is woven into every aspect of life, from how one eats to how one interacts with others. It's about being intentional, making choices that align with spiritual values, and avoiding actions that harm oneself or others. For many, this holistic approach to spirituality brings a sense of balance and fulfillment that goes beyond rituals and rules. In the West, Muslim communities are thriving, offering a sense of belonging and solidarity to their members. These communities serve as a refuge for many, providing support, connection, and shared purpose. They are places where people come together to worship, celebrate, and help one another. From mosques and community centers to cultural events and charitable initiatives, these spaces foster a spirit of unity and cooperation. The sense of belonging in these communities is powerful. For many Muslims in the West, it's not just about practicing their faith, it's about being part of something bigger than themselves. These communities create a network of support, helping individuals navigate the challenges of living in a multicultural society. They provide a sense of identity and pride, reminding Muslims of their shared heritage and values while encouraging them to contribute positively to the broader society. Despite being in a minority, many Muslim communities have found ways to thrive while staying true to their faith. They've built schools, businesses, and organizations that reflect Islamic principles and serve the wider community. Their success stories challenge stereotypes and showcase the potential for harmony between faith and modernity. These communities are not isolated, they are active participants in the cultural and social fabric of the West, contributing to its diversity and richness. The bond within these communities is strengthened by shared practices like Ramadan, where Muslims fast together, break their fasts in unison, and come together for prayers. These moments of collective worship and celebration create a sense of unity that transcends individual differences. They remind everyone of their shared purpose and the importance of supporting one another. This combination of spiritual fulfillment and communal support makes Islam deeply appealing to many. It offers a path that nourishes the soul while connecting individuals to a larger, supportive network. For those who join the faith, it's not just about adopting new beliefs. It's about finding a home both spiritually and socially. Through its teachings and communities, Islam continues to inspire people to live lives filled with peace, gratitude, and connection. Islam's teachings inspire a balanced life, emphasizing the harmony between spiritual and worldly responsibilities. The faith encourages believers to seek success in both realms, showing that devotion to God does not mean abandoning the world. Muslims are taught to strive for excellence in their personal, professional, and spiritual lives. This balance creates a sense of purpose, guiding individuals to make meaningful contributions to their communities while maintaining a deep connection to their Creator. Central to this balance is the concept of moderation. Islam teaches that extremes, whether in worship or worldly pursuits, can lead to harm. The Quran and the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasize the middle path, a way of living that avoids excess and neglect. This principle applies to every aspect of life, from spending habits to personal relationships. It's about finding equilibrium, ensuring that no part of life is overshadowed by another. For many, this moderation is a source of peace and stability, helping them navigate the complexities of modern life. Spiritual practices like prayer and fasting ground Muslims in their faith, reminding them of their ultimate purpose. At the same time, Islam encourages the pursuit of knowledge, career advancement, and family life. It celebrates the achievements of those who excel in their fields while remaining mindful of their spiritual duties. This dual focus helps believers maintain a holistic perspective, ensuring that they don't lose sight of their values while chasing worldly success. However, living a balanced Islamic life in the West comes with its challenges. Many Muslims face biases and stereotypes that make it difficult to practice their faith openly. From workplace discrimination to societal misconceptions, these struggles can create feelings of isolation and frustration. Wearing a hijab, attending Friday prayers, or even practicing dietary restrictions can sometimes lead to misunderstanding or judgment from others. Despite these challenges, resilience and faith help Muslims overcome these obstacles. The Quran offers comfort and guidance, reminding believers that struggles are a part of life and that patience is rewarded. This perspective strengthens their resolve, helping them face adversity with courage and determination. For many, these difficulties become an opportunity to deepen their faith and build inner strength. Community support also plays a vital role in overcoming challenges. Muslim communities in the West often come together to create safe spaces where members can practice their faith without fear of judgment. These spaces provide encouragement, resources, and a sense of belonging. They remind individuals that they are not alone in their struggles and that their faith is a source of empowerment, not a barrier. Another significant challenge is navigating the balance between integration and identity. Many Muslims strive to be active participants in their societies while holding on to their values and traditions. This dual identity can sometimes feel like a tightrope walk, but it also highlights the adaptability and richness of Islam. The faith encourages engagement with the world, urging believers to contribute positively to their communities without compromising their principles. Stories of resilience abound among Muslims in the West. Young professionals balancing demanding careers with their spiritual practices, families raising children to be proud of their faith, and activists working to break down stereotypes, all are examples of how Muslims persevere. These stories showcase the strength and adaptability that come from living a balanced life rooted in faith. Challenges often lead to growth, and many Muslims find that their struggles bring them closer to God. They learn to rely on their spiritual practices as a source of comfort and guidance, finding peace in their prayers and strength in their community. This connection to their faith helps them stay grounded, even in the face of adversity. Through its emphasis on balance and moderation, Islam offers a framework for navigating life's complexities. It provides guidance on how to prioritize responsibilities, seek fulfillment, and stay resilient in the face of challenges. For Muslims in the West, this balance is both a source of inspiration and a tool for overcoming the unique difficulties they encounter. It's a reminder that faith is not just about personal devotion, but also about building a life that reflects the values of compassion, justice, and purpose. The role of media and influencers in shaping perceptions of Islam has become increasingly significant. Over the years, positive representations of the faith have gained traction, challenging stereotypes and fostering a deeper understanding among wider audiences. Through movies, documentaries, social media, and journalism, more authentic narratives about Islam are reaching people. These portrayals shed light on the faith's true essence, one of peace, justice, and compassion, countering decades of misrepresentation and misinformation. Social media has emerged as a powerful tool for spreading awareness. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok have given Muslims a voice to share their experiences, values, and culture. Content creators use these platforms to address misconceptions, highlight the beauty of Islamic traditions, and showcase the diversity within the Muslim community. Their work resonates with millions, offering an intimate and relatable perspective that mainstream media often fails to provide. Prominent figures play a vital role in this shift. Influencers, activists, and thought leaders use their platforms to advocate for better understanding and respect for Islam. They share stories of how their faith shapes their lives, inspiring others to explore its teachings with an open mind. These individuals bridge gaps, fostering dialogue and promoting inclusivity. Their work helps to humanize Muslims, making the faith more approachable for those unfamiliar with it. In Hollywood and other creative industries, a growing number of Muslim actors, directors, and writers are bringing authentic representations to the screen. Shows and films that portray Muslim characters as multidimensional individuals rather than one-dimensional stereotypes have begun to reshape public perceptions. These stories often explore universal themes like love, family, and personal growth while highlighting the unique experiences of Muslims. Such portrayals normalize the presence of Islam in diverse societies, helping to break down barriers of misunderstanding. Journalism has also contributed to the positive representation of Islam. While biases still exist in some outlets, many journalists are now making an effort to provide balanced and nuanced coverage of Muslim communities and issues. Investigative reports, human interest stories, and profiles of inspiring Muslim figures bring attention to the contributions and struggles of the community. These efforts create a more informed and empathetic audience, reducing the influence of sensationalism and fear-mongering. High-profile converts to Islam have further amplified positive awareness. When public figures from various backgrounds embrace Islam and share their journeys, it sparks curiosity and interest among their followers. These stories often focus on how the faith brought them clarity, peace, and a sense of purpose. Their experiences challenge preconceived notions and encourage others to learn more about Islam without judgment. Muslim athletes have also become influential ambassadors for the faith. Figures like Muhammad Salah, the Egyptian soccer star, exemplify how devotion to Islam can coexist with global success and admiration. Through their actions on and off the field, these athletes inspire others to see the values of discipline, humility, and generosity that Islam promotes. Salah's post-goal prostrations, for instance, have become iconic, sparking conversations about his faith and culture. The contributions of Muslim women in media and public life have been particularly impactful. From journalists like Noor Tagore to authors like Layla Abulella, these women break stereotypes and showcase the diversity of Muslim experiences. By sharing their stories and achievements, they empower others to challenge misconceptions and recognize the strength and individuality of Muslim women. Documentaries and educational content have also played a key role. Productions that explore Islamic history, art, and philosophy introduce audiences to the rich intellectual and cultural legacy of the faith. These works emphasize the contributions of Islam to global progress, from advancements in science and medicine to architectural marvels and literary treasures. Despite the progress, challenges remain. Negative portrayals and biases still persist in some areas of media, perpetuating harmful stereotypes. However, the growing presence of positive narratives indicates a shift toward greater understanding and inclusivity. Influencers and media professionals continue to push boundaries, using their platforms to celebrate Islam's values and dismantle prejudices. Through these efforts, media and influencers are transforming how Islam is perceived. They are fostering empathy, sparking meaningful conversations, and paving the way for a world where faith and diversity are celebrated, rather than misunderstood. Their work ensures that the true essence of Islam, rooted in peace and compassion, shines through, inspiring countless individuals to see beyond the headlines and discover its deeper truth. Islam is not just growing in numbers, it's growing in hearts and minds, touching lives with its message of peace, compassion, and balance. This silent light continues to spread, breaking barriers and uniting people in understanding. It's a journey of discovery, one that invites everyone to look beyond stereotypes and seek the truth with open hearts. As you reflect on what you've learned today, remember that knowledge is the key to breaking down walls of ignorance and fear. Challenge the misconceptions you may have encountered and take a step towards learning more about Islam and its universal values. In the words of a great thinker, light does not shout, it simply shines, and in its silence it transforms everything it touches. Let us all be seekers of that light, spreading understanding and unity in our own quiet but powerful ways. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's continue to explore topics that enlighten, motivate, and bring us closer to a better understanding of the world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.